Hi, I'm here to talk about the chromosome, the, the, the light body, the chromosome of the man and woman's DNA, the way that God made it, the natural order of things. It's a little bit tough on some people, especially the unevolved that can't handle any amount of information, let alone misinformation. Pardon my look, I'm doing a little bit of a fast or something. I don't know, it's not right. Please help people, especially the homeless and the struggling that are on the streets. Pardon me while I almost cry right now. Okay, so then I was trying to tell you. I'll get this message out. Don't worry. I'm being contacted. It says, please just do this. As I was trying to tell you, the man is born purely from the mother's intelligence. Now, here's the way that God made it. It's the trip. This is the way it is. If you ever looked at a man, if you ever just physically looked at him, and then really every bit of his personality, also, his makeup, he is carrying 100% all of the mother's genes. It's it's at the light body level, the chromosome that is just 100% just down. It's to the physical because it came through her. She made it that thing right physically, and so and the little girl, a daughter, is carrying both the man and the woman's genes. To make it clear, the way God made it, the man, and you can see this. You can see his mother in not only his face and in the eyes, perhaps, and maybe gesturing, perhaps demeanor, laughter, who knows? But it's there, like it's very potent. You can see the mother there. You can hear her values coming straight through. Yes, and it's very physiological. It's nothing that she needs to program and worry about. It's like no try because of the way that the download of information, the light body of the DNA, which is piercing through the physical. There's the light, non-physical, and then the physical. See, she is of an antimatter. Congratulations. This is morning time, 5:30, June 20th. And what I'm saying is I love the morning. It's a sacred time when the sun hits the horizon. It's like a filament of, like a photosynthesized filament within ourselves. We are definitely having to become aware of that timer. Anyway, it's the same one here, but just why not throw that away and look? It's 12 noon. It's high, and then you go that way. It's 1, 2, 3. I don't know. It's the truth. The truth. The sun, the moon, and the stars. It's never going to change unless you're imprisoned in the mind. You're like, I don't know. Sorry, I interrupted what I was saying. They didn't. They were afraid of that, but I'm excited about all the downloads, and I'm like, I'm afraid of that too. Is there something you could do to help me? And they're like saying, well, would you ask for support? Like ask for a little money, because then you can really stop starving yourself. Like pay some bills and then start eating the grounding food. Yeah, the roots. You eat roots and stuff to ground yourself. Try to do that as much as you can, Shauna, and all other people who are getting information from the cosmos and channeling it from the inside out. Is like, whew, yeah, I mean the 3D level is kind of like, well, let alone stupid as far as the human ecology. But let me get back to how God made it. So you see, the woman's, I'm sorry, but his mother, right in him, he carries 100% all. I'm sorry, I'm watching my cat and she's hungry. I'm gonna be doing some major feedings here. She hasn't been liking any of her food, so it's like I'm gonna feed her something. I know she's gonna like this, right? I'm gonna cook her a chicken, broccoli, the usual from the very beginning. Is she gonna like it? Is she gonna want it? So I'm gonna go get her some fish emulsion. To see, what's weird is like I will drop everything and just I want to, if I can just give this cat the right minerals and nutrition that she needs. Do I have to go to like Switzerland, Sweden? Where is it happening? And I would probably get in on it. Can I have some nutrients too? I'm trying to detox from the United States. You know, I need intensive care. Whew, we all do, some way or another, especially that fucking spiritual like exorcism, but maybe a little combination of psychological uh, comfort, communication. Anybody? Want to really like talk? Sorry, I was trying to tell you about, and I don't. I'm sorry. Send me. I'm looking for $20 from 400 people somehow. That then I'll say, look, I would edit this, and it'll be like boom, 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 only about the DNA. What I'm trying to tell you how God made it. Okay, so it's really easy. That's why I'm taking so long. It's like, well, we got to pass the clock here. I'm really good at this. I'm a self-organizing human being. Love, it is. Entertaining as hell. We do not fail. It's like, well, you just succeeded in making a very uptight person laugh because they heard the truth in such a way that, first of all, that's just the way it is. Truth is the best comedy. If you deliver it in the right way, especially, you better deliver it in the right way because you are being automatically hated sometimes. Yes, if you're able to deliver the truth in a comical way, before you open your mouth, they're gonna hate you because you have this light. It's like who? It's like any good, really good comedian. If you look at them, that's what George Carlin. He says, you know what? I gotta upstep my game. He wasn't doing very good. He started to try a little bit hard. He's like, what the hell do I need to do? He just kind of started winging it and telling the truth. You kind of, as an entertainer, sorry, I'm going to tell you this before I get back to my DNA story and how God made it. That the daughter is born with the woman's and the man's gene. The boy is born with only the download of the woman. It makes sense, right? And he has to go and find his particular download, which is the man's world out there. What the fuck is going on there? But see, I'm sorry how the way I talk about it, but there is something weird going on because the programming is from hell. Yeah, it's the church's thing over there. It's not the woman. See, a man's intelligence, as far as, see, I'm a liaison from the Pleiades constellation. This is very important information. The part of the scientific download, and that you see, I'm just getting it, and they're excited, and I'm excited. But just to put it together, what's the difference? Shauna, you have no idea how it looks from the outside in. You're stoked about something from the inside out. But is it hitting the right chime on people? Man, they are trying to hold it together. And one of the ways that they hold it together is to try and pinpoint who is not together because they're from the A class and the B class or whatever class of the schools over there. Did you get your A plus for what? Sitting still? Oh, I mean, in such a way that it's like you have to move around to explore some things. You want to be free. So, as a child, the meditation for them is called transcendental meditation. In fact, that's what this life is. So don't be afraid to just do it to get it over with. You know what I mean? Some people are not doing that. They're like, I was never allowed to have sex, and you're like, really? Whoa, man! Some naturals called women they already know. Like it's just that's what they. Are you kidding me? You never reached down and said, "I love that joke," and it's not supposed to be like this, by the way. No, we can talk about narcissism and how that they do what is called what is the term? Self-eroticism or something like that, to where their own bodies turn them on. Yeah, and there is a level of that that's healthy, but when now they're only masturbating on their partner through the reactions of the partner that just loves their body, kind of a thing, where that's the only way that they can ever interact or something like that. Yeah, think about that. And I analyze myself really. It's like, am I like that? No, I'm not really like that. No, in fact, if you get to know me, you'll see I'm quite kind of somewhat non-self-reflecting when it comes to my body. I, I'm I do a double take. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm working with. Okay, As an Aries rising, Aries risings. That's the classic part about them is they do not see themselves clearly, like really physically. They are doing the I am of the breath, spirit, fire, and then see there's a physical aspect to it that weighs like this, and they look and they go, oh, I see why people are obsessed and have all these reactions of like, ooh, let's get some marshmallows, baby. This bonfire, how long does it go? Well, it goes as long as well, look at Libra over there. See, when I'm talking about my Aries rising, we have on the seventh house of relationships, it's important that there is balance happening. Yeah, if something is slightly off balance for the Aries in general, they're kind of like this, but the Aries rising is the real deal because they have Libra on the seventh, and it's about the Libra. It's about balance. If they see that's they're called the first responders for a reason. They want to remain healthy and buoyant and the thing that you like, which is they're like a superhero, the fire that's on, you're not going to put them out. Why? Because they move. They're like and they use a lot of fuel, but that is the truth. You know, whatever it is a truth. That keeps them buoyant with just. And what I'm talking about, babes, as the I am, as Christ would say, this also is within you. Find out what time you were born and where it is in your house placement, the Aries. Not everybody's an Aries rising. See, that's the home placement of the Aries as far as talking about the houses. There's 12 houses, 12 signs. It starts with 1, Aries, 2, Taurus, and so on. And they all have the same vibration. The first house has the same vibration as Aries, Mars ruled. And then that chart begins to move. See, I was born when Aries was rising, and then every 2 minutes it goes through 1 degree, and the entire. See, this is why it's your actual sign, is because the time of day that you were born and took your first breath, the sign that was rising. I was talking about the rising sign. There's a reason, and I'm about to figure it all out right now. Scientifically, I know that we're one with the universe. There's a language that I'm looking at, but astrology is very important. If you don't know astrology, you're lost. You're walking blind throughout life. Yeah. Yep. I don't care what my attorneys think, but the saying goes is that millionaires don't mess with astrology either. See, they're pretty smart, and but billionaires, they kind of do. Maybe I don't know, but um, trillionaires are the only ones that do it by intergalactic law and rule. They can't hide it. They have to put it out there and teach it. But by the time it gets down here with the malefics, that you do have malefic overtake here. Big problem. Hello. Because if you have an entire organism that looks up and sees a courthouse that says criminal justice system, see, I have the duty. It's going to be weird, and this is where my comedy act comes in. Really, I'm telling you how to do it right now. Yeah. Lighten up because it's funny. It's funny to the point of, is it deadly funny? Sorry. Hi, Jesus. Is that a picnic table they just strapped you on? That's weird. Seems like it. I haven't talked about that in a long time. How are you doing, by the way? Girl, oh my God. Yours or mine? I... All right, so here we go. Oh, there's something hanging right here. Pardon me. I don't know what that was, but I got it. That was weird. Yeah, so I have the duty to because it says right here I got a response from my criminal defense attorney. Yeah, and I have the duty to ask him. I say, so okay, so this says right here that you're a criminal defense attorney. Does that mean that you're a criminal defense attorney? Like, can we sit down and talk? Because I understand when I see that there's a criminal anything, I have to be careful. Like, because I walk into the criminal justice system and I still don't feel safe. When I see that it says criminal justice system, does that mean that it's a criminal justice system? I was just wondering. Seems like a simple conversation, right? I am not laughing, but I should be. Thanks for the return. I am now responding to criminal defense attorney. A criminal defense attorney. It's very simple, and I'm getting a lot of money for this somehow. I think it's $333 trillion. $333 trillion. I said $333 trillion. Yeah, shape and a haircut. That means there's somebody there, by the way. When you go ba 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 ba. Central Bank. Sorry. That's yours. That's ours. Did you know the word yours, babes? Capitalize on that right there. Just say, excuse me, but that says ours also. I didn't lie yet. I'm certainly not standing, though. I'm sitting on a brick. Would you please stop that? Boy. Did I make my point about the chromosome yet? Of the light body DNA versus the download, like just the physical man that's made by the woman out of her womb. All of her chromosome genes he carries, but the little girl carries both the man and the woman's. Yeah, that's how it works. There's some scientific reason that you can kind of think in the comfort of your own home. I think it's very simple. That you can say, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So now there's something further I need to finish up and tie up with that. Let me just meditate and see if I can, if they didn't get impatient with me and say, God, is she ever going to just plug this fucking thing for us? I say, babes, you don't even understand how complicating it is down here. It's not like just, oh, just this is simple. A communication system that is finally set up so we can get the right information out and everybody's going to get on the same page. We're going to unify ourselves, by the way, using the keyboard. There's two types, and I was just talking about sixes. I'm sorry, success? The successes. Sorry, sexes. Oh, the ladder of sexes. Success. I, yeah, see, mankind, men, they want position of power. I mean, they dream about it, right? They're like, I want what the woman does if he's sick. Otherwise, he wants to figure out, what are you all about? Can I help you? And she's like, maybe. See, first of all, can you see what needs help, hon? That right there will give you an alarm. If you can't fucking see what to do, like maybe she will throw her fucking handkerchief down in the mud, right? And he's like, bitch, oh, hi, hello. Is there anything I can do for you? And he's looking right at her, and it's like her little thing is unreachable over there, and she can't get it. And she's like, apparently not. Taxi! She shouldn't have had to fucking pay taxes at all. Fuck you, man. Man, a lot of things turn against us when we try to do stuff. Watch out. Don't ever do that again. There's a way to approach it, and I'm learning it. It's like, this takes time. What a fucking royal waste of time, really. There isn't anything left to do here but to waste time at the courthouse over there. Back to the weird language. I just got a response from my attorney that says we have filed in your evidence that you're being attacked by demons. Sincerely, criminal defense attorney. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is getting serious now. It's just bam, like that. All this detail, it's like, it's right in front of your face. It'll only take 10 minutes to like get it together against the people that are doing crimes against humanity. You just say, first of all, there's 2 minutes of looking at the language, three minutes of collecting patterning, 4 minutes of seeing the evidence of people dropping dead, and then did I go over the 10-minute fucking? I mean, why do we have to take so long? Like, who can't figure it out? Yeah, but they tell you, let's get back to your genes, that illnesses, cancers, and stuff like that, diseases, and even alcoholism, all of it, anything, right? ADD, blah blah blah, no blah blah, that's in your genes. You know, unfortunately, you're born imperfect, fucked up, and no cure. But here, take a pill. I don't know. It's kind of, it has this and this and this and this and this and this side effect. I'm about to go to court and say, can I be exempt from this? By the way, I'm from 1970, and not only that, but I have had conversations with my mother, who has actually had conversations with her mother, and they actually had conversations, and they knew simply what was going on with their immunity. Now, let me tell you one last thing about what's going on with immunity, because that's kind of like the sheep out there. They're like, we never heard the sound immunity. We don't know what immunity means. Well, can you clean that up a little bit? And by the way, my pupil or people, they live in outer space and they're here already. Can you see? Let me see. Oh, okay. Blessed be, babes. Bless you. Bless you. Not much I have to do, but to write out the real word. The sheep love this. They sing like, because they figure it out. They go, we find birds and words. You do? What are birds and words? Well, that's because we don't really hear gibberish. We don't like, what's the gibberish? Let's find what's there. And it's like, there's a bird. They're like, oh, now we see it. That's what's in the second dimension with the sheep. They're chewing their cud, and we're on Earth here. Intergalactically, they have words that they call, the Earth is called the meadows. Yeah, and we are the sheep here. Yeah, I'm sorry if you don't like that. They fucked your mind up about a lot of stuff. That's okay. We can call you the hearts. Simple. Get your wallet out. Do you want money? And you got to start interfacing, babes. This is what you do to activate your cell phone. God, it's going to take me a while to just finally just put that skit together, but please send me money so I can put that skit together. You don't know how because I'm being contacted by benevolent beings who live in outer space, in another dimension, they're like, whew, can you somehow free these people up? You know, you need to free you up, but it's okay. Free people up. Try to. How do you do that? Well, you seek immunity. Yeah, but you already have that. You already have it, right? There was a big issue, if you didn't notice, with the C-19 thing. And for me, I was like, I have immunity, babe. It's natural. What is it? Oh, man, the truth. I always said that the truth is the strongest immunity, immune system booster. Yeah, I'm sorry if you don't realize that. See, a lot of narcissists are so disconnected that they do get into the victim mentality. They can get hurt really easy and stuff like that. They're very fragile. And it's hard to tell who's who because they'll make you fragile and then say, look at you. And you're like, fuck, I've been putting up with your fucking gaslighting and toxic, absolute mask wearing shit for a while now. And can we just have a real conversation? Never. Now we will. I have immunity. Thank you. You capitalize the I because you want to capitalize anywhere, anytime to claim your intellectual property as a sheep. You want to put the M down. Unity. Hey, look, there's the I. I love I. Why? Because that means that you are one. I love the T as truth, but what I'm doing is keeping it capitalized because you must on this one, Huns. Because it spells $333 trillion. $333 trillion. Sing it. $333 trillion? What are you going to do with that? You open up the central banking and you employ the people, not the ones under the steeple, the ones that do the sun. And I am number one. The truth, when I start doing this whole shit, it's pure bliss. I'm talking, we got Dr. Seuss being put in the sluice and said, you didn't capitalize. And that's why they realized that intergalactically you have to be fair play. The policy is that the government down here had to prove to them that the public agrees that take away the material that was not written right, that you acknowledge that it wasn't, let's get rid of Dr. Seuss. Why wasn't it written right? What do you mean? I loved his stuff. A lot of the stuff was actually derived from what I know about, okay, when you start talking about the Who, he capitalized on that. And if you notice, you know who the Who is, right? Who is the Who? Why? Why? Is it how or why? See, he gets going it like that. He found something, but he didn't capitalize, and that's why they could throw all that shit out. They say, okay, it looks like the whole population, even globally, says, okay, we understand by the symbol of throwing that out. Intergalactica says, okay, I think they understand now that all lowercase base is waste. By intergalactic law and rule, they can flatten out any civilization that does not display 3 dimensions, reality, and the inner and outer workings of geometric self-organizing through the science that we are. As the universe is one, and there's a science. Pardon me while I'm getting paranoid because I dropped the lid to my pen, and I cannot afford to have that fucking thing dry up, and you can't either. So I'm going to pause this and gently, sorry. Did I interrupt this part? Did I make my point? I'm unity. You're not going to, you guys aren't going to get any further with anything. We're going to head into the dark ages unless you start understanding that there's one God under the sun, which is reality, outer space, and see if you guys can get together over it. See, I thought we would choreograph something over, that's what they wanted to do, say, now we can choreograph something using, in conjunction, there's a synthetic sky here that goes into your mind, and it's like, you mean that there's a sky out there that we can choreograph, like in real time, something. I say, let's choreograph a trip to the courthouse. The thing is you'll never afford it, right? Because the line at the courthouse, see, of course, you have to just keep doing it. As long as everybody's being heard, you file in, you put yourself on the calendar, and you say, I would like to have this conversation. And it's just going to go on and on. Babes, about what, Shauna? What do you mean? Well, which God are they talking about when they make you swear in? I'm dead serious. Come on, you guys. Because did you hear which God that we should be obedient to? Just no try, babes. If you do it, it's really cool. Yeah, it's real science, by the way. All you have to do is take your right to be silenced. Okay, so check this out. Really, take your right to be silenced. But who knows what that is? See, this is weird because anyway, any word against you could be used against you. And it's like, well, if you have good intentions, go for it. Against me? What? Why is it always against? By the way, back to the criminal justice system, you just go in there and say, take a field trip with me just outside the building. Does it say criminal justice system? Does that mean it's a criminal justice system? I was just wondering. Say it again, kids. It's a criminal justice system. If you can't hear this, Hans, that's fine. You don't hear the word necktie either, right? It's important to wear a necktie. Okay. I'm looking for exemption, somehow like sanctuary. I'm like, I found the sanctuary in our language. I didn't make this up either. This is what came on to me. Okay, I never got on a typewriter. I could give a fuck. To tell you the truth, I don't like, I never liked the school, the re-adding there. Reading. So you have to re-add. And did you know, see, that's very, very technological. I mean, it's not technological, it's very extraterrestrial of us. Why? Oh, because we're doing advertisements. Yeah, we're advertising right now, Hans. Well, it's more like, did you know an advertisement should only just be like a celebration? Yeah. It says, don't forget that we are here. Ba da 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 da. Why? Well, this is like shave and haircut, 5 cents, because we don't want to pay fucking $55 for a fucking haircut when they're not keeping up. Like when the farmhouse doesn't keep up with the wages that we're making. It's weird. That doesn't just it doesn't make CENTS. I like that. Do you see it? It's fucking cool. Look at that. You can get a tattoo of this. Like, what is that? That's the first time that I ever fucking got what Shauna said. And then I just had to get it. I clicked it on my phone, and I put it right here on my forehead. And it's like, that's the future right there. Central banking system. Yeah, you want to get the central banking system going. Okay, so to re-add is important. You have to bring it up, which is to bring up the vowels. Don't be afraid to be funny. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. It's like the first thing I'm going to say. Okay, so I got a response. I'm going to talk to him live and say, look, this is difficult. I'm trying to eat food to maintain my nervous system, and I have to do all this shit. Why? Now I look at this thing that said, it comes back to me. Here's a criminal defense attorney. And so I have to ask him quite point blankly. I saw that now you're a criminal defense attorney. Does this mean that you're a criminal defense attorney? I don't want to work to go and rely on criminal people. Is there an ecocide defense attorney, or like a genocide defense, or a humanitarian well-being defense attorney? I have a feeling I can see what's going on. It's like we're not listening. We don't hear you, and it's like, right, no. But once we do, what do you think is going to happen? Well, first of all, did you know that it's called being under a spell? And when I tell the person that calls themselves criminal defense attorney, or even the judge, the criminal justice system judge, like what do they call that guy? A criminal justice judge? A criminal justice judge. See, if he starts listening to it and say, why did I agree with that? He'll start loosening up that fucking thing. Does he have a necktie? I don't know. Just take that black robe off. I bet you anything it will free up. Like, well, if they're a human being, they'll say, and so that's why I could never, that's why I feel like weird. Like nobody knows what's going on. They don't listen to what they're saying. Uh, you're fine with the chaos, huh? Okay, that's fine. I get it. How are you doing with your debt? Like, how are you doing with your children's debt? That really, did you notice the breakdown, man? It's like always fucking breaking down. And it's getting down to the wire. You better fucking get your language together. Fucking listen. Look at it. Oh, be funny. Be funny. The sheep know how. They're like, nah, that was funny. What was funny? All of this? All of this was uncanny. No, it wasn't uncanny. I don't know if that's the word. Babes, at least know your words. Know that when you say world, you're not talking about the earth. When you say reality, you're not talking about the earth or the world. You're not talking about anything of matter there. That's what the way. Do you want to talk about reality? Now we're getting into God. Ria. Sorry. No, but seriously, Ria is God whenever you see it. See, this interfacing system, like see this science behind it, it's always, if you're pointing at outer space, the truth, it's like the passageway through the outer space back to God, if you're doing it right. Otherwise, it's Antichrist. Otherwise, it's like you're moving to the pitch of a wicked witch, and you have the you're going to get back with you got to get back with your criminal defense attorney over there. And it's like either you're implying that I'm a criminal, even though I'm being found not guilty, or you're the criminal. And I think it's more like that they're the criminal. You have to get it. It's like, but because who hires you? What from what money? From what? It's important to know the O. The O, first of all, O is God, right? O. It's kind of like unity, but you know, I'm talking about that immunity. I'm unity. What money? See, money has the word one in it, right, sheep? They like that. They're like, yeah. We like to like jigger things around. We jigger things around with the Y, and then we put like an E there, and they're like, hee, one eye. Well, maybe it's just you can play like that. You see, like misspell typo, but you go like this. It's like one eye or one eye. I don't know. See the word honest. See, you want honest money, which is just saying that it's rerouted into something that you do that makes sense, basically. Otherwise, you're going to be turned into a clown, right? Hi, criminal defense attorney. Come on, man. Do you want 333 trillion? No, you don't. No, you want a people's central banking system open so that it's, well, it has to be like this. See, it gets back to pop, pop. We're together all day long, singing this fucking song now. It's okay, Dr. Seuss. We got perfect use. Yeah, Dr. Hughes. Yeah, our use. Anyway, reverse that curse, baby. He's like, now I get it. Thank you for finally making use of that. Because they're all very upset up there. I saw every one of the benevolent beings who have ever made an impact here, who have ever tried to do anything, including me, my mother, David Icke was there. It's weird. There's an interdimensional strata that you don't know. It's like, we click out and say, what's going on in the movie down there? It's not really panning out right. I mean, they do watch a little bit too many movies, and it usually hijacks their perception. So all of them eat too many uh, GMO popcorns unconsciously. We've got to put it on halt. Send somebody down there that can make just like one person goes in, like Luke Skywalker. I'm not Luke Skywalker, by the way. I'm the Princess Leia. Just let Princess Leia. Good God, what happened? Everybody like got afraid of sex, their own sexes. Their own success, or is it their own sexes? Oh, baby, don't fucking make this video go viral, because when I do send it to a TED Talk and somebody intelligent enough, like they'll have to be next to extraterrestrial, like really benevolence. Was like, put this woman up and try to feed her. Sorry, what else was I about to say? They love my ego, but then again, they're like, Shauna, you're gonna have to learn to just deliver the message. And I'm like, will you please buy me a motorcycle? All I want is a fucking beautiful. I see my motorcycle almost every day if I go out. It's weird. It talks to me. It says, in the form of some woman. She's on the back of the motorcycle riding herself. I'm like, that woman is not unhappy. No, not a single motorcyclist needs a therapist. They're like I see them as superheroes myself in a way, in a certain way. Not the trikes, not the tricycles that are making it out there. Those are. You want to talk about narcissists and talk about a waste of fucking resources and money. Okay, so you want honest money. Why? Well, put the H down. The sheep love this. It's the same with honey. Money, honey. You have the word, and I'm not going to tell you your wallet name that you're going to be. It's really awesome when you hear it. I haven't told it you yet, because that's what I know how to do. Is I know how to withhold information that you're supposed to, and until you have to go through the. I'm going to go through the court system and say, establish this for the people, please. It's right there. You want our digital ID? They can't do it. They don't have any fucking fingers, even though they have freedom of speech that way. Their fingers are tied. I don't know. Their digits are tied. They don't want to do digital ID, and they've been doing it the whole fucking time, but they're not. They're like, are you aware of digital ID now? Type! What type are you? Have you been typing? No? Oh! Dave, that's the way your fucking language is set up. Only way I can prove it is send me $20. I will take care of myself. I'll ground myself, and I will go into the information field that I need to express to you that proves to you that you're looking at a predetermined reality that already speaks to you in signs that they have made through the English alphabet. I am on a channel here, and it's not, you don't even know what a channel is. A channel is a person who receives information from meditating. And that's what we have here. There's many, it's a common thing. It's like, oh, that person is now channeling the extraterrestrial from the Orion. Let's listen. That's the real news. And did you know that that's going to be like, that's going to be with the Uranus and Gemini, you better accept it, because otherwise you're calling people crazy. You're not accepting their gift that they're offering here. Really. Calling them autistic, labeling them very early, right? Because you don't know what it takes. You just don't know what it takes. You don't know what it takes to be one that does da ba da 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 da. Time and time again I see her walking, the girl from Ipanema. Now I'm getting stalked and I don't know why you use this thing anymore. It's to unify yourselves and stop stabbing each other in the back. Babes, don't do it. Like the narcissist knows how, because they're paranoid and shit. You want, okay, sorry about that. Honest money. I don't know why, but there's one right here. That's all you need to know. Is it one or not? I don't know what honest is. Honest, honest, because you have honor, but then you have, yes, honest. See the honor thing. Is it an honor or an offer? Watch out for those offers, right? I'm Ria. Ugh. Tell a friend from Alpha Beta.